Get you some money, you gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You gonna feel different.
Thank you, Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been seeing this big bang Coochie controversy online. I wasn't paying no mind because I just thought everything was obvious, man. Dude is a hell of a rat, and if you a real one, you don't fuck with that. It's just flat. It's nothing to think, consider. Oh, no, it's not. I'm a businessman now. But it's crazy how, you know, the industry that made it obvious that it's a rap for integrity as far as these rules. I remember one time hip-hop was the Stop Snitching campaign with the T-shirts. It's long past that. You got people like Oh No 100 that made the Coochie cool. And like, it's like they make rats relevant where they should not be, bro. So he did this interview where a lot of people felt like he was defeated in the sense of a debate, trying to speak against the Coochie, speaking on certain individuals. And when you give rats a platform, share your platform, a space, you're promoting them. And if that's not understood, then I don't know what else it is. As you rationalize, wrestle, this nigga is literally on here asking people to pray for him. I didn't plan on reacting to this. I was just listening to 6ix9ine, and his title was Camron and Jim Jones react to something of it, and it was just playing. And I still haven't got to nothing about Camron and them in it. I'm just listening to this dude, whoever he talking to on the phone, rationalize, making his decision, and him begging for prayer throughout the process. So I said, I'm just gonna let it play. I ain't gonna even sit here and watch it with y'all. With no further ado, then I'll be back after we see what this ridiculous situation has been up to. I may pause and speak. We'll see. Let's go.
Get ready. You know what to do, Chick.
I find, you know, I like 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh man, this is all nasty, you guys. This is what happens when you compromise your morals and integrity for money. Just like I told you guys in the last video, all money ain't good money. Now, Big Bank recently did an interview with 6ix9ine. For the last couple of years, 6ix9ine has been antagonizing all ATL rappers, calling them snitches, dissing and disrespecting them. However, these guys were smart enough not to give 6ix9ine a response. So 6ix9ine says, all right, cool. Let me go to your OG. Let me pay him to get on his platform. That way, I'm going to make sure that my message gets across to you guys. Now, keep in mind, you guys, this interview was done 4 months ago. And in the last 4 months, Big Bank was going back and forth with himself, questioning if he should actually put this interview out. Now, you guys know, anytime you do something and you start having second thoughts about it, you probably shouldn't have done whatever it was in the first place.
Especially if it has something to do with integrity, principles, or decisions you made about dealing with people who do things that you don't approve of. That's a no-brainer.
That's called having a guilty conscience. Now,
and then going against your conscience and doing it is called selling your soul.
Yesterday, Big Bang sat down with Ray Daniels and a bunch of other personalities to discuss the real reason why he actually sat down with 6ix9ine for the interview.
Hey, yo, check it out. Due to recent events surrounding the 6ix9ine interview, I had to seek counseling. I had to go to a group because I was spiraling. You know?
Imagine being a dude who wants to be known or has been known as a street dude and having to go out and you're spiraling over a rat, a straight federal informant. This is crazy.
I called in Dewberry from Dallas, Texas, Ray Daniels from the South Side, you know what I'm saying, of Atlanta.
He gonna call Dewberry, nigga, he know with Charleston White a rat.
My brother Parlay from the west side of Atlanta. And you know my dog DJ
Parlay, a real person, is that who Desi Banks be talking about? Is that who he called?
Without a moderator at all, man. Y'all go check in, man. You know what I'm saying? And pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Pray for me.
According to Big Bank, you guys, it was all for the money. He chose business over street politics. Here's what he said.
See, Bank, you don't understand your power. He looking at you like all these young street niggas look up to you. So I can't fight 21, Thug, and these. I can't fight them all. But if I go to the OG and make my case, no. And his perception, his perception is you as OG on some Atlanta shit. Like that's I'm gonna go to their OG because they got to be their OG. Because
my partners. I can't convince nobody. Yeah, but go ahead.
But you still older than them. They're your partners.
We're not talking about the street, Bank. I keep telling you this.
Yeah,
bro.
you they OG. If them call
He
you
wanted that money, man. He didn't agree with it, but he wanted the money.
and you done beat your demons already. That's what I love about you the most. You fighting your demons. And you like, I'm not with that. So I saw it, but my concern was he was going to use you as what he needed to do, which was basically bring you here and say, look, because it wasn't about you. He knew for a fact, if I do this to Bank, every in Atlanta gonna see it.
Well, listen.
But that's why that's what we knew. I knew that we were gonna be from it. Because you have to be able to step outside what you do for people to see how really great you are.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
Out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
At times, probably.
What makes greatness of anyone to compromise? Because real ones don't fraternize with rats, bro. What don't make you great to compromise on that? Fuck out of here with that bush.
The whole time.
No, the whole time.
But get what? I'm gonna keep it real, man. I just said this on Ryder on some G shit. You know what I'm saying? It's still. I'm looking at it when I'm watching it. I'm saying like, damn, Bank. I'm proud of you for even going.
For
you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
what I'm
it
saying.
took 4 months to get this done or whatever.
Now we proud of street niggas, real niggas, because they go sit down with rats. Like, what the fuck is that? I remember my mom used to say, "Oh, come back in here with your tattletale ass. Run along." My aunties, my grandmama, nobody ever respected a tattletale. That's crazy.
But whatever. Like, you know, that was all cap what I put online when I said, hey, y'all, tag 6ix9ine, whatever. We already been trying to do this for months.
He just like Wacko, no honey. Not only is he fraternizing with the rat, he running plays with him. Plays, and this is deep. I guess they on that. If you can't beat them, join them shit. That's crazy. We got to stop that. We got to bring that Stop Snitching t-shirt moving back. Yeah, right here on the black. We're going to have black box, stop snitching tees. It's ridiculous.
Or whatever. They reached out first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we had to figure this shit out. I'm battling with myself like.
Mind you, the rat reached out to him. That's just like the motherfucking serpent in the Garden of Eden. You already got a mind frame on the subject. You already live in a certain way. Ain't thinking about a rat. A rat feels like he's ostracized in a circle that you have influence in. And he was able to say, psst, psst, hey, come here. It was a snake in the Garden of Eden, but now we got a rat to coochie. Bold, ain't even sneaky. Psst, hey, I know y'all fuck with me, but I got some bread. And he bit, and now he trying to rationalize it. Timu Wesley snipe face looking at us.
Hell nah. Hell nah. Hell nah. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it in the brick. But then I thought about it like, why not?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I put it online.
Now for all the reasons you said hell no, because this dude betrayed everything that you claim to stand for. He turned his back on his people, on his crew, and joined the motherfucking government. The same thing that happened to Huey P. The same thing that happened to Malcolm X. Y'all crazy as fuck.
I'm battling with it. I put it online, see what they say. You know, the usual suspects gonna call. Are you serious? Yeah. Chain gang. Hell yeah. KK calling her. Hell yeah. Do that shit. What? You ain't talking.
I agree with you. I just feel like when you have that place is when feeding your family is more important than your pride.
Facts.
And when you get to that place like me, dog, like I got pride like a motherfucker. I'll go DoorDash to feed my kids with no problem. So if I'm gonna go DoorDash to feed my kids, I'll do an interview.
Exactly.
I'll do an interview.
Real integrity and pride says before I sit down with a rat, I will go DoorDash. That's this real deceptive way they describing this situation. That's crazy.
that I don't want to do because because that's what life is. Like, you don't think every great Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson.
In the realms of your integrity or character, because what you're saying is you might as well go sell booty, swallow, swipe, or anything for a few dollars. No, you got to have limits, boundaries.
Jackson, anybody we look up to, they all dealt with shit they didn't want to. And that's what made them great.
I thought about this too, like what you just said. That shit crazy, bro. Nigga risked his life to feed his kid. So you won't do an interview to feed your kid?
Yeah.
Like, keep it a brick. Nigga, we don't risk our life.
Nah.
Freedom.
It makes sense.
I'm talking to sell somebody
Major bullshit, y'all.
something for $10.
It makes sense now.
Like, you can get $10. You can stand out all day. Your whole network is $88. And your life is at risk for this $88. And the nigga ain't finna do an interview that gonna potentially make you million.
But you gotta realize something. You a businessman. See, we started talking street.
Basically, they saying they'll platform, promote anyone for the right price. Hey, my soul is not for sale. Certain things I just ain't gonna do. Certain people I just ain't gonna fuck with. Oh, mama, East Side, double, and all that. Like
shit, and we talking business. When you become a businessman, you gotta understand, you gotta brush shoulders with certain people that you really wouldn't brush shoulders with.
Because it's business now.
Shoulders is different with intentionally connecting, linking, and producing content, running plays with. Brushing shoulders like, man, my line of business has led me in the path of where you are unintentionally, didn't know I was going to encounter you, and I know how to conduct myself because we brushing shoulders. It's not you can come when I've already made a stance that's anti everything you represent, and then you can come and tempt me to collab with you with bread. That's not brushing shoulders.
It's business, right?
Facts.
Okay, in the streets, we play a different ball game.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
I don't fuck with.
Even on the lowest level of business, you know what they have in there? A sign that says, we have the right to refuse service to anyone. That's business. Come on, man. These are demons because they're deceptive with their lingo. Somewhat intelligent, seem to be discussing this issue on the side of integrity all the time. They're basically saying it's okay to sell your soul. Anybody with a little bit of insight that listen to what they're saying, just pay attention. They were approached with someone that defies everything that they represent with a price. And he had to ponder, should I call asking for prayer? I said, hell no. And then I asked myself, why not? How about why not? The answer is all the reasons that you went through all those other things. That's why. And the only reason you change your mind is for the bread to try to say, oh, feed, man, get the fuck out of here.
Facts.
So yeah, take the hat off or turn it around straight. Take the posture off the chain. You need to throw on what Camron got on in that picture and just start carrying yourself different.
We got to break down what we talking. We talking street or we talking business?
We talking right now, us. We can't
right now.
Life, because when Nat Turner was leading a revolt against slavery and captivity, guess who made his shit get short-stopped? A motherfucking rat, a black nigga who went and alerted the slave masters. He snitched on the program, on the plan. Fuck out of here with that. Man, what we talking about? We talking about integrity. Just think, the police, the thin blue line. Police don't tell on police. These niggas are cowards, bro, for trying to push this as it's cool or it's fly after they just sold out for the bag. Oh, my mama.
Us is business.
It's you know this. It's the hat. Business. It's the hat you see yourself in.
Now, nobody would have an issue with this if you didn't call out Gucci Mane for doing the same thing. When the news came out that Gucci Mane told on Pooh Shiesty and he chose business over street politics, you called him out, Big Bank. You said Gucci Mane should have just taken.
He to Gucci Buster offered him a big old bag. He just sold his soul. He's willing to just contradict himself. That's why he asking for prayer, because he sold his soul. Because what type of street nigga come on here on the internet begging for prayer in a moment like this? He sold his motherfucking soul.
The L on that.
Never did that song. I wouldn't never did none of that shit because I could never, even though Bank, I'm a totally different now. Mm-hmm. But I can't outgrow the seeds that I planted. I planted certain seed that I could never outgrow. Like if I did certain shit, I can't speak on Gucci. I'm just gonna put myself in the shoes and answer it the way I would handle it.
I got you.
He putting himself in Gucci shoes, then he's shoving his whole foot in his mouth down his throat. That's crazy. Ooh, I would never want to be caught contradicting myself like this.
If I'm in the streets and I take from this, somebody takes something from me, I gotta respect it. Cause they had to respect it. Karma is karma, bro.
I'm with you.
Shit, what goes around comes around for real. I don't know if I believe in karma now. I don't know if people believe in karma now. But I believe, bro, what you plant come back to you. And you gotta respect it in a certain degree.
So do you think he shouldn't have called the police? Or you think that he shouldn't have talked about being with the police?
I think you should have took your L. How many L's you done made take?
And this is what we call selective politicking, you guys. You cannot pick and choose when you want to be a street guy versus when you want to be a businessman. If you're calling out other people for choosing business over streets as a former street guy, then you gotta hold yourself accountable as well. Big Bank, you knew damn well you should not have been sitting down with 6ix9ine for an interview, but because you could not pass up whatever money he offered you, you went against your own street code. Now, a lot of people in media have been calling out Big Bank for the same reasons as well. Jim Jones said yesterday, yo, these so-called real niggas would do an interview with a rat for some cheese. How that make you feel, real nigga? LOL. Camron and Mace also spoke on it on their show.
Can you keep the street code and still be a journalist? That's what people are starting to ask. And it is because of something, I guess it was 6ix9ine or something, talking to Big Bank or something, and that question was asked. And I thought that was real powerful. I was like, man, I'm going to ask Killer that one day. Can you keep the street code and still be a great...
You know what's deep? As MCs, writers, rappers, we have long called ourselves the journalists of the hood. And we did not find a way to justify incorporating rats, snitches, busters, renapists, and other bad people into our program in order to be journalists. Being considered a journalist, from my perspective, is nothing new for an MC. That's how we always made a metaphor of what we did when we wrote rhymes about our experiences and our environment. So they gonna try to woo the goalpost these days.
Journalists.
Yeah, absolutely. Thinking about it is this, right? Even if I'm writing music or writing a movie or anything, I'm living off memory. I'm not in the streets.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been in the streets in years. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you're sitting there saying a street code, it's certain things that I still live by that I wouldn't do. As far as the reason, like you said, 6ix9ine or whoever, is because I think also, right, what happens is this, and I'm not speaking about anybody specifically, you got podcasters who's gang members.
Yeah.
And that shit never goes away.
Yeah.
So when you're a podcaster and you're a gang member, it's like, yo, you tripping, fool.
Get the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Crody.
Is Big Bank a gang member? I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not sure. I could tell just the way you look. You're street nigga, or at least an ex-athlete. But can you see, you look at Big Bank right next to Jim Jones, pretty much with the intentions of portraying the same exact thing, how you can see the apparent authenticity in Big Bank versus Jim Jones. Jim Jones looked like someone who's trying to look cool, trying to look street, and Big Bank looked like that's what he's really actually from. So it really, to me, seems more of a betrayal for Big Bank to take this position than someone like Jim Jones, who we know has pretty much been Hollywood overexposed for years.
You know what I'm saying? When you're gang related, it never goes away. So people will look for certain shit to be like, yo, that nigga ain't keeping it real. Like,
and finally, Turk and Wicked also spoke on the hypocrisy from Big Bank as well.
The next minute, you don't give a fuck. There are no rules to the game. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And that's what Bank fell in. See, say with Gucci. When Gucci, once if the nigga robs me, I'm a business man. I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
But if I take niggas' money, I'm a motherfucker G. This.
Yeah.
See, you 5 foot in and 5 foot out.
Yeah.
If bankers stood on business and said, you know what? I'm out of the game all the way, and out of the game does not mean you're actually doing it physically. It's what you're putting into the universe. What you're putting into the universe. So meaning You can't say that you're out of the game and then turn around and interview Young Thug and give him a pass, or 21 a pass, but then you call 6ix9ine a snitch.
Exactly.
6ix9ine just say, Bank, I paid you to come interview me. Is Bank gonna get that same madness?
Right.
Bro, that I paid you, meaning when I paid you, guess what you just did? I purchased something, you sold me something. And it's only your integrity, your principles, your morals that cause you to say I'm no good, or the things I did are unacceptable, and I don't quit or fraternize with that. So what happens when I can pay you to compromise on that? You have literally sold me your integrity, your morals, your principles, which that encompasses your motherfucking soul.
People gonna move the goalposts, bro. It come a time like, when is right, wrong, leave it all the way alone. Like,
knock it off, because you weren't saying that when Baby was sucking on Lil Wayne lips all your life.
I'm just a podcaster.
You just said something, I want to forget it. I don't want to forget, move past. If I'm known as a snitch, me and you have went through this before.
Yeah.
With you know, like Boopsies and stuff. And I can't do a record with him because he's a snitch.
Yeah.
I stand on business and stuff. But you could go, what's the difference in Bank interviewing a snitch and Kodak doing a song with the
Michael
snitch?
Jackson, Michael.
No. Bank just said on the interview where he shouted yours truly out on Atlanta Culture that Gucci was dead ass wrong for talking to the police about Pooh Shiesty.
He's not supposed to give his opinion.
And you can go back and you can look at it. He said, and I quote, Gucci could have said that this was all a game. We did it for marketing. If any one of y'all...
This nigga begging for prayer, bro. He sold his soul, contradicted himself, looking stupid as fuck. I'm not even really familiar with him. I remember when Young Thug came home and did that interview on them leather chairs, I believe, or leather couch, that brown shit. I heard his name, been hearing his name, so I realized he a heavyweight. But whatever he represented, that shit, oh, with he boo-boo. You just compromised, contradicted, cowered out, sold your soul for a jelly roll.
Give a statement on Pooh Shiesty. You know, it's beef between us. I'm firing you. Everything. He sat right there and said that shit. He said that Gucci was dead ass wrong for talking to the police about the Pooh Shiesty situation, and anybody with him, he should have shut it down.
And
that's what he said.
And that's moving the goalposts that the other people supposed to be doing.
Listen, man, I rock with Big Bank, but we gotta call a spade a spade. The man sold out his own credibility and also his own platform for a couple dollars.
He definitely did. And there's nothing more to say about it, bro. And you know, when you internet, they're going to think about it, talk about it. And the internet is not the game. The game is definitely over with because the internet has bled through it so much. You better not be trying to effectively maneuver through the game unless you're really a boogeyman, matrix type individual. And then if that's the case, was understood, don't need to be said. You got it in your head. Don't be bled. But Big Bank, yeah, might as well go straight journalism, TMZ, anything goes, no moral.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different.
Next with Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.